All right, everybody. So I know I started a project 2 weeks ago, and that project would have come to its conclusion today or maybe in one episode from today. But Mother's Day is on Sunday, so we had to do something that was pertinent. And with me this morning is Melissa Williams. She's no stranger to the set. She was here before when we did a wonderful DIY segment at that point as well, upcycling regular home items into really beautiful decorative pieces. And I'm here this morning with Melissa again, and we are going to make some decorative pots for Mom because Mother's Day is on Sunday, as I said. So we have some things laid out here, but before I go into that, let me chat with Melissa a little bit. Good morning. Welcome. It's good to see you again.
Same here. Morning.
It's always great to be graced by our artists and people who have an artistic eye and can make ordinary things beautiful. So tell us a little bit about the pots we're going to make today.
Okay, so these are marble pots. I stumbled across the technique while looking for some little pots for succulents. Succulents are all the rage now.
Right.
Yeah, everybody like these little things. They're so cute, and but they grow in different types of pots.
Right.
And so we were looking for a nice little cute pot and a nice little cute technique to be able to put them in. And so I stumbled across this, and so that's what we're doing today.
And these pieces here, they are really amazing. So I'm really excited to learn how you go about making them, and you could probably make it a project to do some at home myself.
Yeah, and it's quite easy, and you could do it for Mom for this weekend.
Yeah,
something
that's
really
right.
quick and easy.
Yeah, that's right. And the succulents are easy to maintain.
Yes, they are.
You water them whenever you feel like it, and they just continue to live.
Yes.
So it's a gift that lasts for a long time.
Yeah, and for people like me who kill plants, this is ideal.
All right, so we have a list of materials here.
Mm-hmm.
When I say ingredients, I'm always thinking menu. I'm always thinking, making a dish. Right, so we have a list of materials here, and let's go through that a little bit so everybody knows what they'll need to do this wonderful project.
Regular clay pot that you need. You can prime it with any one of your primers. You don't really need anything in particular, just a normal primer.
Right.
So that the nail polish will adhere to it. And then regular water. I made this little instrument in order to be able to dip it properly.
Okay.
Some people use their hands and dip it, but it could be a little bit messy. So I just made simple thing wire and a button.
Something to stop it, right?
To be able to get it into the water. Regular water in, so we're gonna pour the water in.
Just hearing that sound is making me a little thirsty now.
Oh, good.
So for those of us listening on Talk City 91.1 FM, what we're doing right now is pouring water from a 2-liter bottle into an aptly sized bowl. I'd say the bowl is probably has a capacity of about 3 quarts or so. And what we're doing right now is just getting that bowl full almost to the brim.
Yes.
And now it's filled with water, and we are going to go on to the next step. On my table, it's a number of small clay plant pots, 2 of which are painted white, 1 of which is left plain, and then the others are actually the finished product, which have the marble pattern on them. So for those of you listening on radio, I hope my description is good enough for now.
Yeah, was a good description. All right, so we're going to choose any 2 colors. You could use as many colors as you want if you want to get like more of a tie-dye look.
Right.
But 2 colors, I like to work with the 2 colors. So you could open it.
And what are these colors? So I'm seeing this looks
This is like
like
blue.
a electric pink almost.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about colors. I know Roy G. Biv and that's it for me.
Oh, dark. Right, so we're going to open it, and we're just putting a few drops into the water.
So should I use the...
No, you don't have to.
Yeah? Okay.
No, just drop it into the water.
All right.
Just a few drops.
Pretty pink.
Right.
1, 2, maybe 1 more.
Yeah, 1 more. All right.
Good.
Then I'll put my blue.
Making a little bit of a mess here on the bottle itself.
Right, good. What
All
we
right,
do
so
is...
what we just did was dropped a few drops of nail polish. 1 is pink in color, 1 is blue in color, and we dropped it right into that water. So it's now floating on the surface.
And just mix it a little
And
bit.
she's now using a skewer to almost intermingle the colors a little bit to kind of marble those colors. So those things are actually floating on the water now. At this point in time, Melissa is putting that wire instrument. So there's a long piece of wire, roughly 8 inches, maybe 1 foot long with a button on one end. So there's a hole at the bottom of the plant pot, and I am now going to upside down dip this plant pot gently into the water.
It's going to be a little bit messy. Just keep going.
Yep, as she
down.
says, a little bit messy.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, and this
Good. And then you
actually
pull it back
formed
up.
a heart there.
Yeah. Pull it back up.
Wow, that's amazing.
And that's what you get. Yeah. The more you put, the more you will get all over.
Right.
And that's the reason why, how the way it came out here, that's the reason why people use their gloves, because they want it to actually come all over. So
Right.
sometimes people would, what they would do is, and you can put it on for it to dry.
All right, so we have
Yeah.
a sheet of paper here on the desk,
Yeah.
and we just put the wet plant pot that has the nail polish applied to it that was dipped into the water, and it just adhered to the plant, the exterior of the plant pot itself. It's now drying here on the sheet of paper that we put down to sop up any liquid. What's next, Melissa?
Well, that's it.
All right, that's
it.
it.
Yeah, that's it.
See, quick
you
and
know,
easy.
really quick, really easy. We have a few of them here, all the different types that you could use. Actually,
Alright.
that one really did form a nice, pretty heart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It just,
Yeah.
you know, is so appropriate
Yeah,
for the
and they come
the
out in
time.
so many different colors. You could actually, for the succulents, you just add in some nice pretty stones. Of course, you know succulents don't really take, they take water, but you have time to water them, and you're watering them in not the actual plant, but the soil itself, and that you're making sure that it drains very quickly, because succulents do not like their roots to remain moist and wet.
Okay, you see that? And Rishi has drained this on
Yes,
Saturday.
because I think this is amazing.
I know, right?
You want to
I'm
do
like,
one?
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
So let's do another one then.
Now, what colors are we going to use here, Rishi?
You choose your color.
I like. Okay, I'll use green. Since we use these two colors, we'll use green and.
Yeah?
No, I can't open. Yo, this is so fun. So I put like.
Yeah, you can put.
All right, so while Rishi and Melissa continues this wonderful project, I want to thank you so much for viewing. This has been DIY Now right here on the Now Morning Show.